right.
Los archivos para buscar no soy Bill.
That's enough.
Pruebas de que realmente está aquí dentro. Cosa que es cierto.
Interesting. Such ignorance.
Aunque bueno, esto para Yaku ya es un poco aburrido, principalmente porque ya los ha leído.
What?
Al menos algunos en su casa. Tin, tin, lo que decía.
So, in other words,
Parte de eso. Genial. Sí, deberías usarte. Y sabe muchas cosas de este tema. Ole. Resolviste un par de casos finalmente. Ahí está, yo no soy Jack.
that's right.
Correcto, eso lo y está colgado también. Pero hay dos contradicciones. Eso, el segundo de cómo está. Y en el cadáver. Primero, Jack solo mata a tíos guapos y jóvenes entre comillas, o sea, 20, 30, por ahí. Y los cuelga con tijeras. Tijeras muy afiladas. Y cuando digo que son muy afiladas es que son capaces de cortar el puto metal. Y tú. Las únicas personas que lo saben es los policías y tú. Así que... Tú.
That's right. So, in other words,
Eso es verdad.
interesting.
Pues sí, eso es cierto.
Such ignorance. That's fine. So, in other words, Let's go.
Y ahora me toca ir por mi libre. Bien, porque ahora puedo ir y mirar una cosa.
I don't have time to play with you. Goodbye.
Tengo copia tuya. Realmente no. No lo mató.
I feel it.
That's it. I'm sure of it. Well, it was.
Damn. No forgive.
Indeed. However, well, so then, goodbye.
Damn. No forgive.
Escenario del crimen de los tíos fue cambiado por los tíos. Ya lo veréis. Que queda bastante claro. Está cambiando.
Of course.
Sí, eso es cierto.
I'm sorry. However. Of course.
No desapareció, simplemente alguien cambió la alfombra de habitación.
Yeah! Huh? Well...
Con los tíos. Solo.
Yeah, totally.
Tin, tin, tin. Ahí está justo.
Ah!
Se siente más cómodo con el tío. Hola, feliz.
Most Actually... Indeed.
Ahí está.
What are... Are you planning to go... What? Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of... Oh, you're... Well, I...
Azul.
Yes, indeed.
Ah, hola.
I'm getting tired of waiting. It's the moment you remember. Please go through the...
Venga, segundo que me extrañan.
Yo.
Come on! What are you gonna do?
Let's go.
Tía.
Well then.
Count on it!
How very sad.
It's true.
La partida y puedo volver a hablar contigo.
Yep.
What?
Let
Hey, come on.
It's true.
Very high. Well, thrills, chills, kills! Let's begin with a basic. If you can fit, I'll punish every. Okay, let's talk about.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, it's wrong!
Can we agree that the object that dealt it was covered in blood?
And the wound on the victim's head is, as far as I'm concerned,
If you don't mind, although I believe that...
What?
Chihiro's killed a fiendish serial...
Empezamos. Empezamos con los ruidos. Empezamos con los trajes morados.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong.
What?
I found this file. I guess it's some kind of confidential file.
What? That's kind of weirdish.
The why of it is probably more trouble. More importantly, it outlines, according to the file, there appear to be... The first is that a bloody
Oh, that's right.
No.
But more important is the...
Never made public?
Why don't you...
I got it! Apparently, in every other than the killer.
However, Chihiro was... So, how did the cult... There's only one... It's because the culprit in this... Oh, fucking...
You're saying...
Yes. And Genocide Jack's true.
Hey! Otoko has, like, blood...
Is Toko genocide?
Another riddle.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack...
Huh?
I think I read that. They thought that the suspect might have... Oh, okay.
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after...
I got it! You're talking about how she...
That's right. Think back.
She was acting funny, that's for sure.
Don't go assigning that.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness. In other words, within her is one...
So when Toko trapped her...
The reason she locked herself in her... It was to keep her other...
What?
Toko was afraid.
Yeah.
I do believe you... What she's trying to say isn't no. What she wants...
Huh?
Last night, just before Monica... She told me... She said, a murderous fiend lived within... And that trepidation is what's...
This is all a lie.
You said you would.
What?
You wrong.
You have only yourself to blame. This is the real... Besides, you said that as long as you were here, but in spite of...
You said if I... That's the...
How many times do I have... But you weren't able to do it. But your efforts were you. Well, the opening act is nearly...
You...
Ow.
Wow, hello there! So you figured it out, huh? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend.
What the fuck is this?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? Like they say, sound and murder.
This one is so different.
Yes, well, the world is just like how every inning has a top and a behind every dark and gloomy...
Miss Jack,
What's up?
some of us think you might be the master.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm just kidding.
Then... Of course it's not true. And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maid...
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but it's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act... Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. There's clearly a motive.
A motive?
Remember what Monica... If someone didn't murder and well, let's assume if a secret like that came to... So she had a very clear...
Interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to... But I cannot imagine. And maybe so, maybe...
Do you really expect...
Yeah, I could...
You say that, But do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Give it up. You killed her.
Sorry, but I didn't...
You say that, but do you really expect...
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders to this the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong!
Are the methods of murder really... I think there's a slight difference between...
Uh-oh, you... Well then, human I murder with... I consider myself a professional. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian... But what happened to... It'd be like if that same Italian... This is no...
Let me rephrase that. There are two clear differences between... For one, in the Genocide Jack murders, according to the case file, but Chihiro died from... yes! Wouldn't it be strange for someone who can... there's more?
That's right! In my recipe, then the arrangement of the box...
Could you please stop comparing...
So, are you saying...
I got it! Do you remember they used some kind of...
What is your point?
Well, in all the specifically...
And guess what? I use my own... Like I said, I'm a professional... And Big Mac said there's two different...
Big Mac?
Listen up, Big Mac!
Huh?
My word, you really didn't... There's a pattern there! Figure that out, and it'll be plain as...
I got it! Is it because...
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the mark!
In all the Genocide Jack cases...
They were all...
That's right! The people I kill with such... I can't believe it!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! But now I'm on the fast track to become...
So, since Chihiro was a girl...
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making... I have too much passion and conviction to cry...
We get it. You've clearly explained... It's a different matter entirely.
Quiet, lolicon!
Lowly.
I would never kill for... And if by some... Why would I bother with the message and arrange...
That...
Plus, whatever reason I have for kids who would go out of their way to use...
Maybe you use the dumbbell.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors.
Okay, whatever.
Are you sure about that?
¿Estás seguro de eso?
That's right! So why would I resort to dumbbells or... Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot.
I have no idea what's going on in... But the body really was suspended.
Yeah. That's why... We could...
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you'd have no problem gaining access. Plus, you'd already looked through the... I used...
Then, the reason he pushed the theory because he wanted...
Oh, he rearranged the scene. The adorable glasses man was...
Well, Byakuya?
I see. Then I must ask. When would you say I began?
The way you were acting right... You wanted to go to the girls' locker room.
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker. The victim was Chihiro, a girl.
Nothing strange about...
On the contrary.
Okay then, go ahead. Share.
Ahí está.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange, because up until we actually discovered the box, so your claim that you went to the girls' locker...
I see. Interesting. Very...
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it?
Empezamos con estas unidades de Byakuya, en serio.
What's the matter? You're not finished.
There is more to it. We just talked about the differences, the proof you're looking for.
Oh? Proof?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body. But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else
Must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own, and I use those same scissors to arrange the... But, Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something there.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you...
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong. Actually, I'm... Because, you see, that extension cord... What? Byakuya, you've used and the same extension cord that went missing after the... And there's no way someone who uses that...
And Byakuya must be the one who took the...
That's really what you think? I killed Chihiro in the girls' I intentionally made... Was that about right? What's wrong?
Hell yes, that's what happened.
I don't disagree with not...
You kept calling this a game, right?
Sorry, I thought...
Do we really need...
I know, there's something that's still...
Is that right? I killed her in the girls' lock specifically. I dressed it up. What about all that?
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro, but are you sure about that?
How What kind of question is... She was found dead in the girl... How could the scene of the...
Well, I think it's along with the rest of...
The rest of... That was awfully specific. Please...
I believe I...
Sí, no se lo esperaba.
Hey! Don't just move on without... Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the...
I got it! proof that she was killed somewhere else. Your proof? The poster and the girls. A picture of a big boobs. Why would the girls lie?
I bet those massive jugs of...
Meanwhile, a poster of the soup again. That doesn't...
So you're saying...
And there's one other thing You know what I'm talking about.
You're referring to my protein.
Protein?
While I was in the girls' locker room, but I noticed that after the...
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker. In fact, I found...
That's definitely the stain from my...
Then, does that... But why...
To move the murder scene from one locker room to... What? In other words, in order to... The blood-stained poster and cart by doing this, the killer was a...
I can certainly follow your reason.
Huh?
Why would you go through all that actually? An even bigger question, then how did Chihiro get it? To get into the locker rooms, but Chihiro's handbook she had no way to get in.
No, she did have a way.
I highly doubt it.
Shut up! I'm telling you.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong! No, I don't think...
Why not?
Because Leon's hand...
Oh. Well, then...
I am struck silent.
Plus, isn't there a...
Actually, the rule states that loaning your hand... In other words, you could borrow a dead person's...
Yup. Hit the...
Of course, if it were broken.
So then, she must have...
You can't fix an e-hand?
So, if she didn't use...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's in...
It seems like there's no way she could have got...
Okay then!
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though.
What the... You finally... There's no way she could get in the boys' locker.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in?
What?
What are you talking about?
Well, to explain... Why don't we take a little break from the...
Wait.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole...
Huh? Well, all right then.
Huh?
Now then, what is it you want to
Oh, I have no doubt...
Y vamos a descubrir que Chihiro es un trapito.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place.
I'd like you to examine the victim. Be sure to examine the entire...
Examine her.
No, wait.
It's probably...
It's not that I'm creeped out or...
Very well.
But you're a girl?
No, it's okay. So just...
What is this? Some kind of... That's not it at all.
Okay. I'm sorry, Chihiro.
Be sure to check her entire...
Her entire What?
What is it?
Not possible. This...
Is what?
is...
I see. So...
What?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then, it's really true?
Chihiro was... a guy?
Oh, what? You got... Chihiro Fujisaki?
Then he was a cross-dresser?
So that's what Kyoko... Now let's ride this wave! Ahem. I do We've all just learned of the shocking revelation.
Yes, well... I don't know his reason for... And because the victim was male, he...
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his
Of course his handbook said he was a boy.
So then, There should be. The victim was killed in the boys' locker, and the killer could have easily used Sayaka.
So Chihiro really?
I still don't understand the motive for moving.
Well, I knew he felt a little off.
This is the most hidden.
So now everything.
Okay, well, connected or.
What about you, Makoto? After
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one, but I think he might not actually. What? But he just seems to be too. The way he's acting.
And you think that might be because it does.
Plus, the evidence he left behind, he consciously chose to use the at least. And Byakuya, when you found, and then again when you found out if you really were the killer.
So that's your thinking, huh? It's fine. I guess I'll
Mark it as.
He's right. I just happened to come across the corpse and.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you. Right now.
Well, I find it
Go ahead. Find it very hard.
If you're really telling the truth, then.
My reasons hardly matter right now then.
Well, I don't think
We're seriously gonna keep going?
No, I'm with Makoto. Because if we're wrong,
That's true.
Damn straight.
Do you not have a mind?
Of course I do.
Anyway, let's discuss this all.
That's very...
Our lives are all.
Excellent. Then shall.
I got it!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but... Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer! And only...
No, it's wrong! I believe someone else did see the...
Now that you mention it. Oh, but the rest of you had no idea.
Whatever! Just turn...
It was last night. Right before. I saw him stuffing and then I...
A track jacket and a duffel bag.
It seems likely that the culprit did...
And that is when he said something. Chihiro told me, but why would he be in a hurry?
So, Mr. Fujisaki was...
But Hina and I had invited him to...
Probably because he was afraid you'd find...
Which means that conversely, enough so that he was willing... The point is, whoever he met up with is...
But knowing what we know...
no. You already have.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it?
Think back to the track jacket and focus on the details of these items.
Are you sure? You really think we can figure out who...
What? You want to...
Even if we had the equipment for that.
As was noted, the evidence.
Maybe, but we can make certain.
Easy for you to... But fine. The bag was... All the bags in there are the same.
Well, if I remember right, do you think there might be some
Perhaps.
Let's First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue track.
No, it's wrong! Hold on a second, Mondo.
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified... She never said anything about... So why did you say...
What are you...
Hey, Celeste.
As a matter of fact,
And before we began the trial,
the only one I could...
Then, Mondo, how did you...
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes.
No, the bag and clothes were surely...
Then the only reason he could have known what is if he saw Cherry with it before he... Cherry? So, how about it? Did you see...
Just by chance. He walked past me, and he...
no, that can't be. When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. You just ran into him briefly.
It would appear you've done...
Perhaps. Could you hand it him? Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be...
Ah, now I understand. Your true intention was to draw... That's why you said you knew who did it.
That's right. Mondo was my target all along.
But why?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo. You only call guys dude. And after he was killed, once I picked up on that, it occurred...
Are you a witch? She's a witch!
No. Not nearly as frightful as some...
Mondo, did you really...
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me! Judging what gives you the right to treat me...
Yeah! He would never do something...
It's true. That
was...
Well, this does
That's what my little ghost...
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Really? Actually, no.
Jeez, does your confidence just...
It happens to be an E-hand.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook.
For a fact.
For a fact, I was totally...
Then it must hold some clue.
Well, that's what I was hoping.
I imagine the culprit.
That's odd. I didn't...
You're right. They're totally waterproof.
And yet, this one does appear for all your confidence.
How?
I got it! You already told us before...
Yeah! Sure, maybe I let...
But if the handbook is supposed...
Then we can only assume you know what the weakness is. I think it's a necessary piece of it.
But if I...
Just tell us already!
Oh, well, then allow me to make us... When it's exposed to high temperatures for 2 nights, flippin' new...
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found that the temperature in the sauna can... It's because as you're... If the hot air of the sauna... That layer of air... So when you're in a sauna...
Interesting.
That is a mere trifling...
Anyway, if you found... Then the killer must have been purposely trying...
Meaning the culprit some...
But how'd they find out?
Indeed.
What if they found out by...
What do you mean?
What if the killer took their own hand? They'd realize it was broken, of course. And once they had Chihiro...
I won't say it's not. I don't know of anyone who...
I might know someone who did. Why? I think the one who may have taken their... Here's my answer. Mondo, you're...
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing...
Mondo and Taka had an and for the contest, but little did he realize and when it was all over, Mondo...
No, wait, hold, I don't accept this!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just...
No, it's wrong! Mondo, the handbook...
The fuck is that supposed...
The broken handbook that isn't that one...
What the heck are you talking...
What I mean is, I think he took Leon's after all. Monokuma's...
That's right! The punch...
So then, which would mean that the hand... But doesn't that violate the school regulation?
Well, there is a rule about loaning your hand. It's kind of a gray area. As such, I decree...
Well, Mondo, I'm happy to admit I made...
Son of a bitch!
¿Te pillé? ¿Te pillé? ¿Sí? ¿Te pillé? Ya lo has confirmado, ¿te pillé?
What's wrong, bro? Come on! You are wrong! Everything you just said...
Okay, then why don't we look that way? Everything will be... The killer is... you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro. At the time, she was apparent... That something was a blue trap. With bag in hand, Chihiro... She made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently... Simple. Because she was, which is why he was able to use his own handbook. Once inside, he met with someone there. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the post... It was likely in the heat of the moment. Which is why the killer hurried to try it. Then, removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girl. A girl's handbook was necessary, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and using one of those, a boy. And that's exactly how the killer, with the carpet and the poster they brought with them. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room. That could have been the end of things. Byakuya discovered the body and decided... So, after stumbling, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library. He used the cord to string up... Then, using the victims, he wanted to create the illusion that... And around the same time that the killer, having already despaired, they planned to destroy... And just as the killer expected, somehow, the killer knew. And the reason they knew that is because... And that's how it all played... Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Te pillé.
Wait! No, there's your evidence. You need evidence! Without any proof, you...
Ah, vale. Pensaba que me ibas a decir lo de las distintas balas. Pero no, ahora está lo de... Correcto, sí. Vale, pero como estoy en time, porque no estoy en medio, enseñarte.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it! If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken, in which case, we can just check once we do that.
We don't gotta do that.
Es jodido as fuck.
Huh?
O sea, tenía el tempo.
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
O sea, tenía el puto tempo medido hasta el milímetro. Pero literal, o sea, lo tenía.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... Go ahead, Monokuma. Ask for the goddamn...
Roger that!
Wait! Hold up!
No waiting! No time for the moment we've all been waiting. Who will you elect as the blackened? Will you make the right choice? What's it gonna be? What's it
Veremos hasta cuando muere y Foucault. Me voy a dejar de que yo llevo mano y estoy un poco cansado por otras cosas.
What?
Bueno. Sí.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
What is this?
Porque mató. Porque se le fue.
Now then.
Se le fue.
Actually.
Literalmente se le fue. Vamos a pasar esto rápido porque no me importa una mierda y ya lo sé, ¿eh?
Wait.
Sí, todo el mundo te decía débil. Aquí se voy.
Hey,
No sé por qué. ¿Qué más da?
What?
Sí, primero me quedaría alucinado, pero...
I'm sorry, but...
Joder. ¿Qué más da?
That's right. I want to change...
A mí me da igual como seas. Y esas son entonces persona y nos llevemos bien. ¿Por mí? Como
Hey,
si eres gente rara. O sea, hay vegana en extremis, lo que sea.
Yeah, that's right.
Cosa de eso. Joder. Antes tenía una amiga que era tío y... Vale, me siento así. Vale. Mientras nos llevemos bien, sé lo que te salga de los cojones. Me da igual. Literalmente no le dije nada en contra. Todo lo contrario. Bien, si quería hacerlo, que lo sea. No tengo nada en contra.
Correct. Indeed.
Mientras no me intente convencer que lo haga yo con motivos eso de por esos motivos que son los que soy gay.
Certainly.
¿Sabes? Eres más especial. Eres una persona. Ya está.
But...
Eres un ser humano, eres una persona.
Because...
Ya está. Si eres gay, o sea, que te gustan los hombres. Joder, bien por ti, ¿no? Bien. No tengo nada contra ti. No veo nada malo. ¿Te gustan los hombres? Ya está. Pues que te gusta. Joder, ya está. ¿Qué?
I knew it.
Es como con lo de las mujeres que les gustan las mujeres y demás.
What is this? You're wrong!
Don't make me repeat my...
Mierda, lo he saltado, pero es que de repente estaba ahí, joder, qué putada. Y eso mató a su propio hermano. Ahí está, justo. Bueno. Y más o menos, entre comillas. O sea, lo cojo entre comillas, el que mató a su propio hermano. Porque no lo mató. Literalmente no. que yo tengo niveles, o sea, es Ultimate All Star.
Don't fuck with me.
Hasta que se pone el aire en medio. Flash. Ah, ya me acordé de ahí ahora. Bueno, ¿qué más da? Ya está destruido. Pero al final ya está de la mierda.
I'm sorry. Huh? But I want to change.
You piece of... What? What?
Huh?
Ay. Este duele. Este duele
What?
mucho. Pero...
No!
Pero hay uno peor. Hay uno mucho peor.
What's wrong?
Damn you!
I...
Yeah, that's right. You son of a bitch! I killed Chihiro, even after all this time. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
ya está. Venga.
Yep.
Punishment.
It can't be.
Yep.
Well.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made.
Hasta luego, León. Diego Mando. ¿Tiene un poco de mantequilla de mando con las tostadas? Ahora vais a entender por qué hago esta broma. Lo digo en serio. Me lo convierto en mantequilla.